A study by the Uwezo organization has shown that 10% of Standard 8 pupils cannot understand Standard 2 work. This has been blamed on the general lack of interest in reading in the country. Daystar University senior librarian Jane Nero talked to us and sought to shed light on this issue.
Could be a variety of things, a variety of issues that could contribute to that. But mainly, I would think the education system, in the sense that students are right from primary school, they are undertaking many subjects. So much is required. So much is required of them. So they have so much that they are required to do, and it's like from the word go, they are trained to pass KCPE. So that is the target.
The same findings, Daystar University senior lecturer Dr. Sister Agnes Lando questions the validity of such findings for lack of equality in resources between pupils in urban areas and those in rural areas. But she concurs that even in our university, the reading culture faces a big challenge, since even as students like to read only when exams are around the corner.
Where was the research done? What was the population? What was the sample? And what did the researcher set out to do? And so if that is the finding, that Standard 8 pupils cannot be able to read or solve mathematical problems or even read content for Standard 2 pupils. My first question is, which schools are we talking about? Are we talking about Nairobi? Are we talking about Turkana? Are we talking about Kisumu? But I've seen on the papers, the comparison is that in Nairobi, pupils are able to read and write and understand that kind of content, Standard 8 pupils, but it is in places like Turkana and the lower part of other counties in this country that such problem is. And my question is, why do you set out to study an answer? Because definitely there's no way you can compare a kid, even if it's an intelligent kid in Turkana, with that one in Nairobi. The infrastructure is different, the facilities are different, the culture. In terms of the reading culture at this university, I would want to say that I agree with the librarian that when you go to the library to find students reading serious material is not very common. And also if you find them in the library, that is also something different. If you go to the library during examination period, you'll find the seats are full. You even miss where to sit. But this is a trimester. If you were walked into the library, you may not find like maybe half the library full. You may find more than half the library empty because there are no people there. And the other challenge is you may find that there are students who, in a semester, they do not even step in that library at all, but they're in the university. You put a book on reserve, you give them an assignment, they will find a way, either photocopying or discussing or whatever with people, but they will not step in the library. And maybe what the librarian didn't tell you is that if those people are many in the library during exams, what they are reading are not textbooks, are not journals, they're reading notes. So how do you go to the library to read your notes? Your notes you can read from the house or you can read in the classroom. But when you go to the library, you're supposed to be reading academic journals, you're supposed to be reading textbooks. But you go to the library to read notes, you find 3, 4, 5 students seated reading notes in the library, reading for exam. So yes, there's a problem with the reading culture.